This is Arian Reed, and this is my 8th month on T. So this month there's been one new change. I now have hair on my chest, just a little bit, just like around the nipples a little bit, kind of towards the center. I would say like towards the center of my chest. The other things that have been going on this month has also been that my voice is getting a little bit more of a range to it. It's getting a little deeper and also a little higher. So I have a little bit more of a range to work with this month. I'm starting to get a little bit of a singing voice going. It's still a very early work in progress, but I am working on it. The other thing I want to go over is also just hair everywhere else. I'm starting to get just a little bit longer of hairs on my legs and on my stomach. A lot of the hairs that have been coming in are just getting a little bit longer. And I still have some hairs coming in on my arms and my hands. Like the hairs I mentioned last month, they're just getting just a touch longer. They're kind of growing in at a rate of, like they'll be here in a millennia. They're coming in super slowly, but they're still coming in. I may or may not be getting a little bit of length to the sideburn type hairs. I think I've got like a couple dark ones on like each side, but I'm not really sure because every time I think that, the next time I look in the mirror, I can't find them. So, but then the next time I look in the mirror after I decided, okay, I must have been imagining it, then I see them again. So I'm not really sure if they're there or not, or if I'm just losing my mind. But I think I might be getting just a touch of something happening through here. I am getting some acne, just a little bit through here. You might be able to see my spots that I've got today. I've got like 1 over here and like 3 over here. But that's it, just a little bit around this area. I still have acne on my back, of course. Basically like just the big kind, the big like cystic kind. Not really any like small little acne so much anymore. Just the occasional big ones. And the pretty painful ones too. Otherwise, it's mainly just like some acne scars, just like gray lumps and things that are just hanging out and not doing anything. So yeah, not a whole lot to say this month. I also did fast this month. I did some fasting. Actually, for about 2 months now, I've been fasting during the daytime and eating a little bit like at night, sometimes in the mornings, things like that. I've been trying to lose weight for top surgery because I have been feeling a little bit dysphoric about being a guy with boobs, and I just get really annoyed also just wearing binders in general. I mean, I love my binders. I like that they allow me to be the man that I am. I just get really annoyed having to wear them and having to work out in them and then shower and then try to pull them back on. And, I'm just getting really tired of having to bind, of being in that situation at all times. So I'm really looking forward to having top surgery. And I'd actually gotten on the wait list a few months ago, and I've been waiting. And they had said that they might be able to do me in March, or if not, for sure by April. But after not hearing from them and calling them and not being able to get a hold of the scheduling nurse, finally I got a hold of the person filling in for the scheduling nurse. And she told me as of earlier this month that April was fully booked. And so they might be able to get me in maybe May is what she said. And after having been told for sure April, I'm not putting a whole lot of stock into maybe May. So it was a big bummer. It really kind of crushed me for a while to hear that news. But, I'm just hanging in there and just hoping that May is my month. So we'll see what happens. But in the meantime, I was fasting, and it was kind of cool because I did lose not a lot, but I did lose some volume to the breasts. Like they got smaller. My whole body really got smaller everywhere. But definitely I lost some of what I had up here, and it gave me a very masculine shape, and I was really happy with that. And it really allowed me to really imagine what the surgery results are going to look like, because we are discussing doing peri-areola, also known as keyhole. He's just going to do an incision just around the underneath of the areolas, just around the edge of them, the bottom edge, and just basically go into that hole and suck out, like pull out my mammary glands and then just stitch it back together, not take away any skin or anything. It's going to be completely on my body to take all that skin away. So this was kind of a cool experience because I got to see the fact that if I do fast, my body will reduce the size of those things. And it wasn't like they drooped, they like completely shrunk up. So it gives me a lot of hope that after I have that surgery, they will shrink up and not just leave me with like two, empty sacks just hanging down, because that will just be so lovely. So I do have some things to look forward to, and I'm just clinging to the hope of like what that will eventually turn out to look like long down the road after months and months of recovery, possibly years of recovery. Eventually I'll have the body that, I feel would be most me as the man that I am. So I have a lot to look forward to, and the only thing that I'm kind of worried about right now is just the fact that with the coronavirus going on, I've been quarantined to my house because of recent exposure to someone with COVID. So in order to stay on testosterone, because I can't leave the house, my doctor sent me testosterone gel to switch me off of the injection to the gel. I don't know why they won't just let me give myself my injections. Why Kaiser needs to make me have to keep coming in and have a nurse do them, or else they said, since I couldn't leave the house, they're like, well, we can send you either gel or patch. Those are my options. So I asked what my doctor recommended. She recommended the gel, so they sent me gel. So once my shot is up, I will seamlessly switch over and switch to gel. But the thing that I'm kind of worried about right now is just that research has shown that gel tends to have you transition slower. The effects come in a little slower on gel. So I'm not really looking forward to having to do that. So hopefully that's just, a couple weeks or a month at most. And if next time they go to fulfill my prescription, I'm going to probably ask that it be switched back to injection, especially if it's true and then the changes do seem to slow down drastically with that, noticeably, then I will have it switched back over. And but by then my quarantine will be over. It's just a 2-week quarantine, and after that, if I'm not showing any symptoms, then I'm allowed to leave the house and go do things again. Not a whole lot, because we have a shelter-in-place order right now, so people aren't really supposed to be leaving their houses and doing things anyway. But I will at least allow to be able to go into the doctor's office and get my injection and do things like that again. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I'm a little nervous about what's going to happen, or should I say not happen, while I'm on the gel. So we'll find out. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. There'll be a few pictures and voice comparisons as usual at the end of this video. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next month.
Hi everyone, my name is Aryan. This is my first week on T.
Hi everyone, this is Aryan Reed, and this is my 8th month on T.
This is my talking voice. This is my talking voice. This is my talking voice. This is my talking voice.
This is my talking voice. This is my talking voice. This is my talking voice. This is my talking voice.
In your smile.